And that was Yamauchi with an unending well of confidence. This is episode number 3 for Classroom of the Elite. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in this season, as we're going to see there are a lot of conflicts shaping up and there's a lot of moving pieces. So I want to start out here with first, of course, that's going to be our quote at the beginning. We never forget what we endeavor to forget. That is simply true. As a person that's lived many years of his life, that is something that you will always have to deal with. We have our student council president Nagumo meeting with Sakayanagi, and she's going on and talking about how she's going to crutch Ichinose. So she is definitely a bold girl going on. That smile, definitely innocent look. I wonder how much lunch money she's taken from people over the years. It's nice to see that Kei has moved on in her fake relationship. We know that because she's kind of in a hidden relationship with Ayanokoji. I know right now she wants to have more. Ayanokoji kind of indifferent at what's going on. When I saw Saki and Nagi showing off the smile, showing up to the classroom and asking for Yamauchi, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be the time that you knocked her over and she's gonna be asking you of something. There's no way that sweet, innocent smile is just all just out of love. And of course, Yamauchi thought nothing of it. He started blushing. He thought this was it. He's finally going to be one of those dudes with a girlfriend. I love how straightforward Horikita was over here. She knew there was something going on, and there's no reason that she would be talking to him, especially in the way of love. And that definitely hurt. It was insulting. With the study group, what I saw, they were talking about relationships and things like that. But the more important part to me was the fact that there are still tests going on. It is a school, and if you get a failing score, you will be expelled. I still don't know what's going on here with Mi-chan. I know she's asking about dating Hirata now that he is free from Kei. I didn't expect the school to actually take exchange students, but here she is. It's going to be amazing to see if her storyline goes somewhere. Maybe she uses the relationship in some way, or maybe she's going to be the one that's being used. But seeing these two characters, Hirata and Mi, I don't know if they have an impact in the immediate future. I don't get that sense. The cool part about Classroom of the Elite so far has been, it's 3 episodes, but we are seeing a slew of different characters, and they all have some sort of goal going on, big or small. We're going to see them used out throughout the series. This is one of those ones where Hiyori herself, I wonder what she's going to be doing. We've seen her previously, if she has any sort of goals of reaching any higher, and how it plays out with Ayanokoji, because they seem like they have at least a somewhat friendly relationship. And she could joke around by saying, is Mi-chan and Ayanokoji both on a date? When I got to this scene, I had to go back actually and look back, because I was like, is that the same bench he was sitting on earlier? This dude has been out all day. It's nighttime, but he found a different bench that he's sitting on. We know from the beginning of the episode, the rumors are definitely going to be originating from Class A, and more, of course, that would be Sakayanagi. Where they're coming from, who's actually doing it, it made me think about what we saw earlier in the episode, and that's got to be our guy Yamauchi. Ayanokoji got a little bit of a break. Now it's tea time with Horikita and also Ichinose, just to talk about what's actually going on. We know that Ichinose is fighting her own battle by not actually saying anything back. And what we find out later on is because some of those rumors, more likely, are probably actually correct. So what's the point of doing that? She says up front that it's to prevent any damage to Class B and the Class C. It's always interesting to me to see Horikita talk about how she wanted to get up to Class A, but realistically, to get from D to A meant you gotta beat every class. And what she was trying to do is hopefully use Class B and her class to take on Class A. I don't think that was a good strategy. Ayanokoji didn't think so either. I feel like if Class A and Class B are going to duke it out, let them go. And you take your class, which you have full faith and confidence that you can beat Class A.
必要のない心配までかけちゃってるね。
This scene was especially funny for me because Ichinose was thinking, right, Ayanokoji, Horikita, they are all just feeling bad about what she's actually going through. And that couldn't be further from the truth, right? Ayanokoji, there's no way he's looking at her and be like, I should feel sorry for her. I need to help her out. We know he's not thinking any of those things. We've watched him 2 seasons now, and he's just going to use these people and get what he wants.
何も話さないなら切るぞ。
Ayanokoji Kiyotaka 動き出したということか。
This part threw me off. This was the part where an unregistered phone number called Ayanokoji. They didn't say anything. He said, you might want to say something or I'm going to hang up. And they said his name. And from all of that, he got the fact that something was about to happen. Is this his past coming up to try to make him do something? I don't know. Was this some sort of warning? He took it as such. So we'll see what's going on with this one. The dude finally gets to go to sleep, and the next morning he goes to school. There are papers with rumors about Ichinose there that says Ichinose is a criminal, which I wasn't really surprised by that at all. It had to be something fun, and that's what it is. Everybody's a criminal in their own way. After the school day ends, Ayanokoji goes back to his place, and he is visited by Masumi. She's from class 1A, never spoke to her before. He offers her drinks. She asked for an option that he didn't actually give her. So it was interesting to him, and maybe that'll be useful to us later on. But we find out she is a criminal too. She is a habitual shoplifter. She gets her jollies out of doing that sort of stuff. This is really important because we find out that Masumi is basically being blackmailed into working for Sakayanagi because of this secret. What she's doing with the secret of Ichinose, of course, is spreading rumors out there to crush her and, in a way, eventually get her expelled or make her quit. And if that wasn't enough conflict and things going on to build up for the season, we get Manabu. He's calling up Ayanokoji, and what we find out is I leave you with this, a word of caution from Mr. Yamauchi. If you happen to knock someone over, just by carelessness or intentionally, maybe apologize to that person, because one day you never know if this person's going to come back and demand things of you or make your life a living hell. And I know for one, I work really hard and I want to retire and live out to the ripe old age of at least 75. That would be very nice. I'll check you next time on episode 4. Have a good one.
いやさ、坂柳ちゃんって可愛いけどどんくさいよな。
お前引っ掛けといてそりゃないだろう。